So the great misinformer, Styx Hexenhammer 666, managed to be rehabilitated in the eyes of YouTube. Turns out he wasn't misinforming to begin with. But I am still worried because I was talking with him in DMs yesterday. And I'm like, you know what? I should stop right now. Because what if you're going to misinform me? Like, there is no trust and safety council in our DMs. There are no moderators here. I am in danger. I do not feel safe. How can I have a conversation with another individual like yourself without a fact checker, without a middleman? Can you imagine like two people talking? What is that savagery? That is incomprehensible for a Western free democratic society to just have two people talking without a middleman listening and fact checking. So yeah, I'm afraid. I mean, look at his picture. He's opening his mouth. He's about to misinform me. I'm scared. I don't feel safe. I hope YouTube spends even more money on moderators to make sure that no one is misinforming. But yeah, so turns out that he actually appealed the strike and he managed to create something akin to Disney magic, something akin to the magic of Pixar. He got the strike removed. Like normal people, they actually go on Twitter and beg YouTube support, and they need to ask all of their audience and everyone like, hey, get this to YouTube support so they can remove the strike. No, I don't know what Styx did. I mean, clearly he is a master of the occult and managed to perform some dark ritual in order to have the strike removed by the normal appealing process. I know people who appealed a video and within seconds it got denied. Like, there is no way that the person actually looked at it. But no, with Styx, it seems that he didn't misinform. He did medical information in that case. Is it? Like, if it's not medical misinformation, he did medical information. Oh, Dios mío. So, what do I think about this? Well, I think that this is inevitable, and this is exactly what the activists have pushed these platforms to do. Because it's one thing when the censorship started, it was just about certain words. Like, you weren't allowed to say certain words, like the N-word, for example, or, you know, like, whatever. Like, certain slurs weren't allowed to be said on the platform. And that's fine. Okay, fine. Like, I get it. You know, like, my mother doesn't want to go on a platform where people keep saying the F-word and the N-word constantly, so it's not family friendly. Okay, fine. I don't agree with it, but fine. And then it went to, like, things pornographic in nature. Again, okay, like, you know what that is. You look at the image and you can tell. But now it's entire political concepts. Now it's entire ideas. Like, you're not allowed to talk about the topic and have a certain opinion on that topic. Like, you have protected opinions. And the problem with this is that everything is based on AI. Everything is based on a bot and all the algorithm. And you have to put yourself into the shoes of a YouTube moderator. You got hours of footage that you have to see every single day. You're probably not even going to watch the whole video. You're probably just going to watch a couple of seconds, and you have like a couple of seconds to decide whether or not that video violates the TOS or not. So obviously mistakes are going to be made. But the problem is, like, when you make a mistake, that YouTube content creator is now going to feel unsafe in order to talk about it. And the bot may be triggered. Or can we even talk about things like you have to cover your face when you enter a restaurant, and when you sit down at the table, you can remove the face covering? Is that something I'm allowed to say, or is it medical information? Is probably, I don't know, right? Because that's the problem. You don't know. So what is the correct solution? Just don't talk about it. Talk about something else. Let CNN talk about these issues, because CNN never gets a strike. CNN never misinforms with anything. How do they do it? Do they hire superhumans over there? Like, seriously. So does CNN never post something that's not factual? Does CNN never misinform someone? Does CNN never violates YouTube TOS? I mean, they had a footage a couple of years ago which was on YouTube with the children in Syria dying from a gas attack. Question. If I actually find something like that happening across the street, like let's say there's a gas leak, and people are dying in the building across the street. So I go there and I film it for news purposes. Like, I'm not I'm doing exactly what CNN would be doing, right? For news purposes, I'm going there and I'm saying, oh my God, this is horrible. Look what's happening. Why are the authorities not doing anything? Who should be held accountable? And I'm showing you the footage. Do you think that video will be up on YouTube? No, of course not. It would have my entire channel taken down. Because at the end of the day, this is the main problem. It's not even the censorship or the rules or the ridiculous nature on how they're being applied. It's the fact that there are two tiers of systems. Some people need to follow the rules. Other people can do whatever they want. Some people get stopped for a broken taillight. Other people can do whatever they want. And it becomes cable. It literally becomes cable, because if you want to see edgy content, if you want to see cutting-edge political commentary, you got to go to the media. You got to go to Fox News. You got to go to CNN. You got to go to MSNBC. You can't go to Styx. I'm tired of the media. Why would I trust multi-billion-dollar corporations? Like, the reason I go to YouTube, it's because it's broadcast yourself. I want to know what the average Joe is saying. I already know what the corporations are saying. I can open the television and I can find out about that. But when I want to see, it's like, okay, how do the average Joe view what's being done in UK? Well, I can't. Because the average Joe now needs to tiptoe the line. And he probably needs to avoid that topic because he's afraid of controversy. So, as a result, I also opened a Rumble account. The name is Romanian TV. There's no space. If you guys want to check it out, I will upload the videos from YouTube. I will upload them on Rumble as well. I don't even know what the Rumble TOS is, but I guess I need some backup because this is definitely ridiculous. I guess midterms are coming in the United States, so the bots are becoming more and more censorious. But that's not even it, right? Like, that's not even it. The problem when you look at censorship, what was allowed to be said in 2014 on YouTube is considerably larger than what's allowed to be said today. And I noticed that, like, once they censor a topic, they never uncensor it. So, by this definition, 4 years from now, on this platform, I don't even know if you're going to allow to say anything. Because they're going to just censor and censor and censor and censor to the point where, like, even the opinions where you're allowed to say are going to be like the exact same opinion if you look at Tim Pool or if you look at Vosh. Because the terms of service are going to tighten around them like a noose to the point where there's just like a couple of talking points which you're allowed to say. Like, but by this logic, just give us the talking points, YouTube. Like, just tell us what we're allowed to talk about and we'll read the script just like they do in corporate media. Where you have whomever, you know, Don Lemon, he's reading off a prompter and he's saying exactly what his bosses want him to say. And as such, you're not really getting Don Lemon, but you're getting the voice of the corporation. Speaking through Don Lemon, as if he's like a sock puppet. Pretty much all these TV anchors are. They're sock puppets. Like, the corporation has their hand up their ass and they speak with the voice of the corporation. And that's about all. Peace out.